For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manns, live from Miami Beach. We just put the wraps on another great income trader boot camp. This was a fantastic group of people, and to all of you, I can say thank you, because that was really a great event. You guys were on the money, you did your study, and you got through the Income Trading Academy, and you came down here well prepared, and what a great boot camp that was. So nice to hear from so many of you today that you are off to the races and did well with the fastball XRVs. First one that we had was ATKR. This one had an entry just up around $21.69. Stop on this was pretty tight from the Friday range, $21.45. Stock open, traded higher from right around that stop loss level. I did adjust the stop just before the entry and got it down around $21.39. Didn't matter. That thing never got back down into that range. $21.69 stop on the entry by a $21.89 limit. And this was a very tight setup. We had a target up around $22 per share. It did get up into the range a couple of times. Wound up taking this one off around midday when it got up into the $21.99 area. Didn't look like it was going to push any higher on the session. So nice little trade on ATKR. But where did we make our money today? First off, MRTX, Mirati Therapeutics. This was a beauty. So on MRTX, we had an entry right up above $44.55. Traded us out $45.50. We had a stop down around $43.30 initially. The first entry on this one right up to that profit range. The second entry on this one did the move again. Got all the way up to that $45.50 high of the morning. And then ultimately, of course, we had to move all the way up to $46.18. A couple of you caught the extension. I didn't. I was enjoying some time at the beach. But beautiful trade on MRTX once, twice, and in the afternoon, if you were lucky enough to be there, 3 times. So this one was a potential 3-bagger for the day. 3 points to be made on MRTX on the Tuesday session. The final XRV was Wayfair Incorporated. We had a very, very good stop on this one based on the Friday trading session. Got us down just under all of this closing range. So from $88.94 all the way up to that high was captured in that range. We saw on the first bar of the day that we did open down in the range, traded higher. Once we had an entry trigger, the stop was easily moved up to $89.28 to accommodate what happened on the open. That got us closer to the lows of the closing range on Friday, and then look what happened. We just had a very easy move on this one from $89.93 up to that $91 profit target, and then we had, of course, an extension up through the blue pivot, up through our R1 pivot. And ultimately, this one got up to $92 per share. Congratulations to everybody who did really well today. And congratulations to our friend Brenda, who let me know that she was off to the races with these today. Booked 2 points per share on the heels of the boot camp. That's what I want to hear. You guys let me know how you're doing with all of these, because that's why we do the boot camp to begin with. Very rewarding for us to know that you folks are able to make these work. Finally, in the room today, we did have a Baltimore chop, low dollar Baltimore chop, and Rick did a beautiful job of explaining how to trade these setups. He called this more of a practice setup. You know, I'll agree from the standpoint of the profitability, since it was only a $16 stock, but Rick handled it perfectly in the room. He pointed out that on this second bar of trading, $16.32 became the pullback entry level, and that our target was going to be down at $16.20. So while that doesn't look like much, an eighth of a point, it did serve to illustrate exactly how you want to handle these. So if you saw this one trade today, that's exactly what you're going to want to do when you trade a larger dollar stock. You'll have more profit potential, and if you handle it the way that Mr. Kip did in the room today, then you will be spot on accurate in how you pull the trigger and how you get that trade to go off and the profitability that you'll be able to book. And finally, in terms of discretionary trades, we had Best Buy Incorporated, ticker symbol BBY. You only got this one if you were live in the first hour trading pit this morning. Rick called it. He said we are coming into a 69.27 central pivot confluence area. And what we saw happen was as soon as we had the bounce at that pivot, we knew that we had an overlap with prior session support and resistance right here. And that also represented a Fibonacci retracement level. So we had all three things line up, and that's exactly when we refer to it as confluence on the trading plan. If you're on the around the horn trading plan, you see that confluence number, and it happens to be right at a pivot. That is where you want to have a resting order to go short. We were targeting $68.80 on the reversal. Put a nice profit in our target on this move lower. Rick was targeting down into $68.40. Second mouse got the cheese on this one. $68.40 was a no-brainer for BBY, and ultimately it did wind up moving lower over the course of the session, giving us the opportunity to book a fractional gain going into the closing bell on the around the horn trade. So there you have it. That is your first day of post-boot camp trading. Hats off to all of you. I saw a bunch of people really make the effort this time around. You guys are the best. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. I hope you had a great trading day today and an even better one on deck for tomorrow. It's the best trader education anywhere, only from traderinsight.com.